Hi everyone! I'm a bit late in doing this because a lot of people are uploading their sort of New Year resolutions, New Year reading resolutions at the moment, and I am way behind because I still haven't even done a Christmas haul. As I'm sure you've noticed, punctuality is not exactly my strong suit when it comes to actually uploading things in time and making regular videos. As I mentioned in my last video, I was away in Gambia a few weeks ago, so I didn't actually get much reading done. But since I've come back, I've completely picked up on that, and I'm really close to completing my reading goal for this year, which was 75 books. I'm currently on my 75th book at the moment, so I should finish that this afternoon because I've only got 60 or so pages left. I actually thought I had already completed it, but then when I checked Goodreads, the actual challenge said 74, whereas my shelf said 75, so I was like, where did that come from? And turns out my shelf had included the Dumb House twice. What a shame, more reading. Now, I haven't actually got a huge amount of books to show you because despite the fact that it had like masses of books on my Christmas wish list, I didn't actually get that many. First of all, let me mention that 3 days before Christmas it was my birthday. I didn't really get books for my birthday, which was very sad. I got a couple of recipe books, but I'm not going to bother showing them because that's not really what BookTube goes for. However, I did get the most amazing cake that my mum made herself, so I'll just insert a wee clip of it here because I was so amazed that I had to film it and show it to all you guys. Isn't that just the coolest cake? 3 days after my birthday, it was of course Christmas. Again, I didn't really get that many books, but the ones that I did get are good ones because they're more expensive ones and maybe not ones that I would buy myself. And actually, I did get £100 in book tokens. Plus, the day before I went to Gambia, I won a giveaway for a £25 voucher for Golden Hair Books in Edinburgh. So I actually have £125 to spend on books as I please. So really, I'm not that bothered that I didn't get that many books because it means I can just buy them myself with all this free money I've got to spend on books and not feel guilty about. So the first book that I'm going to show you is one that I'm reading at the moment as my 75th book of the year, and that is The Horologicon by Mark Forsyth. I read its prequel, The Etymologicon, a few years ago and I absolutely loved it. Like, I thought it was so funny, and I'm always interested in how language has developed and where we get different phrases from and everything, so it was right up my street and I've been really excited to read The Horologicon for ages. So far it's good. It's not quite as good as the Etymologicon. Like, I'm not head over heels like I was. Like, when I read the Etymologicon I was stopping every few pages to laugh and read out passages to my family, whereas the Horologicon I'm just kind of like smiling and nodding, which is a perfectly good response. Like, I'm still enjoying it and I think it'll probably get a solid 4 stars from me, but it just doesn't have that edge that the Etymologicon did. Another one that I got that's been on my wish list for a while since Jen mentioned it in a couple of her videos is The Black Project by Gareth Brooks, and I'm really excited to read this because, as I've said in some of my previous videos, I haven't actually read that many graphic novels, but I really like the art style of this, how it's all hand-stitched, because obviously that reflects the content of the book. It's about a boy who sews his own girlfriend, so I thought that was quite clever that it's done in that style, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. And I always find that graphic novels are quite quick reads, so I'm hoping to get through this in the next couple of days. Although it kind of feels like a shame to rush through all of my Christmas books at once. But I don't know, it's just so beautiful, I have to read it soon, and I've looked forward to it for so long that I just have to. I then got a couple of big books that I wouldn't necessarily buy for myself because although they are beautiful, they're just so expensive. First one is Fairy Tales from Around the World, collected by Andrew Lang, and this is the Barnes & Noble leather-bound edition. It's got gilt pages and it's illustrated and it's just generally beautiful. I saw that one in Blackwell's quite a few months ago, and when I say quite a few months ago I mean almost a year ago, and I remember taking a picture of it at the time and sending it to my mum like, this is what I want for Christmas. So I'm really glad that she remembered, because actually I had completely forgotten about that, so it was a really nice surprise when I unwrapped it. I can't wait to dip in and out of that one, especially because I'm looking to do some more of my own writing. It's something that I've always really enjoyed but has kind of fallen by the wayside recently. So I'm hoping to get back into my writing, and because I'm so keen on fairy tale retellings, I'm hoping that that will provide me with some good inspiration for maybe thinking about stories that haven't necessarily been retold as much because they're from cultures that we don't necessarily dip into. Like, everyone knows Grimm's fairy tales, but I'm hoping these ones will be a bit more unusual from further afield and so forth. And the last one that I got for Christmas in my sadly small Christmas book haul is this book about Tove Jansson, Work and Life by Tuula Karjalainen, I think it's pronounced. I don't speak Finnish, so I'm really sorry if you do, and I've completely butchered that name. I saw this in Waterstones a few months ago, and as I'm a huge fan of the Moomins and also Tove Jansson's novels, I thought that I just had to have this. It's a really beautiful book. It's got all like information about her life, it's got her sketches, photographs. I'm not doing a very good job of showing it right now because this is mainly text that I'm flipping through. But yeah, she's got paintings, and it's just a really beautiful book, and I kind of want to read it cover to cover. I'm not sure it's the kind of book that's been designed to be read cover to cover. It's more of a kind of coffee table book, but I just love her so much, and I think it would be a really nice idea just to read a few pages every day and find out a bit more about her life. I actually had a bit of a Moomins theme going on this year because for my birthday I got the DVD of Moomins on the Riviera, and what else did I get? I got Moomins wine gums, Moomins tea, book about Tove Jansson, a Moomins calendar, I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but basically I got a hell of a lot of Moomin stuff, which I am totally fine with because the Moomins are awesome and I love them, and I'm actually going to watch Moomins on the Riviera this afternoon once I have finished editing this video. Finally, the last thing that I'm going to mention is that I actually got my first tattoo on Monday, and you guessed it, it's a book themed tattoo. One of my all-time favourite books is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, and although it's really cliche, I do love the line I am, I listen to this old brag of my heart, I am. Not only because it's just beautiful and poetic, but actually more recently it's come to be this kind of mantra that I say to myself, like if I'm having a panic attack, like I can stop, and one of the grounding techniques that I use is I listen to like the beat of my heart, and it's like dum dum, so I'm like I am. Like, that's really sad, but I just think of that when I'm trying to ground myself. So I got a tattoo inspired by that. So it's an open book with some flowers and I am, like kind of floating out in lots of different directions. It's still healing and it's on the back of my shoulder, so I can't really show you it just now, but I will insert a photo of when it was just done, looking very red but beautiful all the same. So yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up now. I should do a New Year's video in a few days. I say I should, but God knows if I actually will. I would really like to. I need to seriously think about my reading goals and reading more diversely and everything, and I think that that would be a good thing to discuss. But for now, I'm just going to love you and leave you, and I wish you all the best for tonight. I hope you have a good start to 2016. Bye!